everyone, Trish here. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me as I knock over my brushes. Anyway, we are going to do a full face of Maybelline today. This is actually the third time I've done this video. Yes, it is, so I should be pretty good at it. I ordered these off of the Ulta website. This is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. This is their newest foundation out. It is a full coverage protective makeup with sunscreen, broad spectrum 50. This is labeled as an antioxidant and it has pollution protection. Since this was full coverage and has an SPF, I thought, you know what, I am going to give it a go. And that's what we're using today. First, I'm going to use this primer. This is the Master Blur Stick. It is really cloudy and overcast. I hope that isn't too bright. It has a little bit of color even when you do apply it. I'm going to just hit the areas where I have most issue with my pores. This is labeled as their pore minimizing tinted primer. Okay, now for the foundation. I have 228 soft tan and I have ivory. Okay, the dark color is soft tan. This is ivory. I have used this foundation for about a week, maybe a little more, and I have found that I really like it a lot better using a brush. I always go in after I apply it with a brush. I always go in with a beauty sponge just to pick up any extra that could be just sitting there. I've been waiting for the perfect time and there just is no perfect time. So I'm just going to, I would love to have my hair all pretty and done for you, but you know, it's farm life and it's just crazy right now. We have all of our fawns except we have two doe. I'm sorry, I apologize. I have a new camera. This is one of two new cameras that I have. I actually did this video the other day. I did two videos. I did a get ready with me using all Maybelline products, and I did my week in review, and there was something with my camera wasn't working right, and neither one of them. I was so mad. And there was something with my SD card. So I have a new good camera coming, and then I picked this guy up at Best Buy. So I hope, I'm doing it again, I apologize. The viewfinder is on top instead of to the side, so I've got to train myself not to look there. So there's our foundation. I really do enjoy this foundation a lot. I really, really do. It's very pretty on the skin. Even, I'm just gonna do my brows while I'm talking about the foundation. How's that? I mean, brows are brows, right? I am using the Maybelline TattooStudio. This is in soft brown. I love this stuff, y'all. I truly, truly do love it. I have put the hurtings to that. For the foundation to be a full cover, for it to be everything that it claims to be, I really expected it to be more matte, and it really is more of a natural, like what your skin would look like. See, it's not flat at all. It has a healthy look to it, and it maintains that even after I set everything with powder. I got that foundation on me. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take some of my Age Rewind. This is in the neutralizer, and I'm just going to put this right on the inside just to help with the discoloration. This is kind of a week in review too, because I've been using the Maybelline products all week. My schedule was just super crazy. I had some things going on that weren't so fun. This was my favorite color, as you can tell. This is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze. This is a really fun palette. It is very powdery. It is very powdery. The only disappointing color in this palette is this yellow one. It swatches quite nicely and like there's a good bit of pigmentation to it, but once you apply it with the brush, it just loses something. It's just not as nice. I don't know how much more of this. This is what I've been using to set from my crease up, and it is just about gone. And I am going to go in just a little bit with this color and just kind of right here. This really is a fun palette if you can look over the powder that wants to fly every once in a while. I really want to put this Coral Punch in my crease, but it has a little bit of a sheen. It's one of those, it's not shimmery, but it's not matte. This reddish raspberry color is though, so that's what we're going to go in with. I just threw my wipe. Yesterday, you all that have been with me, especially through the past year, I'm not trying to leave anybody out. My daughter had a major surgery a year ago, and she was told she might have some weakness. I'll try to give like a quick recap just to catch everybody up. But she had some muscle weakness. She was told she would have muscle weakness more than likely after the surgery, and she was completely paralyzed on her left side. She had a brain tumor removed. And so last year when my granddaughter was performing in her first recital, my daughter couldn't go because she was in rehab trying to learn how to walk and use her left side again. You know, we were all supposed to go. Well, if my daughter couldn't go watch, I wasn't going to go watch. So I went and spent that evening with her a year ago. I spent that with my daughter and my son-in-law, who I'm telling you is the most amazing son-in-law in the world. He took my granddaughter to her recital. You know, when we sat there last year, we talked and dreamed about, you know, all of us being there this year. Last night was when that all came to be, and we sat and watched her. She did her ballet routine first, and then it was her tap, and she did so amazing. Oh my goodness. She was just beautiful, and she was so excited. It just made my heart so happy. I was able to take Mom, my sister's new part-time worker. I'm telling you, the paperwork didn't even get me started on that stuff, girl. I've been so stressed over it. But she's not working yet, so we didn't have anyone to stay with Tef. So my sweet husband went and he fixed scheduling with the Fawns so he could go be with my sister, so I could take Mom so she could see my granddaughter, her great-granddaughter, perform. And it was just, it was perfect. It really was. Okay, I am going to go back into Sunny's. I'm just going in right under my brow with the heaviest application. Remember, where you put your brush first is where you're getting most of your color. And I am just blending that down just to the edge of my red. I just want it to flow really pretty. And next I'm going to take, this is a Morphe 441 brush, and I'm going to go into Sweet Tea, kind of a neutrally cool tan color. And I'm going to pop that right into the crease pretty freely. I'm not being extra cautious. I'm not being extra neat by any means. Worry about the final blending after I get all the color on there that I'm wanting. Just want a little bit of that red to peek through there, just to give it some interest. You know what I mean? I'm going into Old Fashioned, and I'm just going to put that a little bit on the outer lid and a little bit in the corner. That's all I wanted, is just right there in the corner, just to deepen it. I'm going to mix some Strawberry Lemonade and some Berry Ice. I'm just mixing those two colors together. One is a shimmer, one is a matte, but they work beautifully together. What I'm going to do now for the outer corner and up just a little bit, I'm going to go back into Old Fashioned, and I'm going to go into Ice Pop. I'm going to mix those two colors. I really have, in using the Maybelline this week, found some things that I've really enjoyed. This is one that surprised me. This is their Master Camo. I'm telling you, I really thought, I cannot wait to use this and get rid of it, because it is going to be hideous under my eyes, and it really is not. It is actually, It is actually very nice. I warm it up with my finger and then I just press it in, and I have loved the look, the wear time. It stays nice. Of course, it's a cream product. You have to set it. If you are someone that does not set your under eye with powder, then I would be afraid to use it and not set my under eye. It doesn't take much, and it's just so pretty. And because I want to pat this again because I'm going to set it. The only loose powder Maybelline that I had was the Fit Me, and I have it in fair. I think it will be way too light. So I've been using the pressed 130. This is the matte and poreless. And I just make sure that my under eye is smoothed out and ready. And then I go in with just a little bit of this, and it sets it all day. This is exactly what I wore last night, and my makeup did not budge. And then I've just been taking a powder brush, using the same powder and setting my face. For bronzer, I've been using the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is in 300. This line of bronzers is absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't take a lot, and you can really get some nice definition and extra color on your face. It blends in very nicely. Very smooth to go on. It seems like it just melts into your skin. I mean, it's a really nice formula. I have literally fallen in love with these blushes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in Nude. It is so gorgeous. These go on so nice. They're perfectly pigmented. You can get a wash of color, or you can build it and make it look really gorgeous. This one is Plum. But the Nude is the one that I've been using the most. It is so pretty. And I did go back and get a couple more of the Fit Me blushes. And it gives you a nice little sheen. So if you want to bypass the highlight, then you can bypass the highlight. I've also taken just a little bit of the Plum. Don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid to mix your makeup. Don't be afraid to make your look your own. If you're worried about what somebody is going to say, or if they're going to be mean or make comments to you, don't worry about it. You do you. You do what makes you happy. This stuff, this washes off here in a few hours. Don't let anybody steal your joy or take away your thunder. You do you. You do you, and you have fun doing you.
I forgot to contour my nose.
This is also new to me. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix 16 hour. Is it 16 hour? Where's my eye? Maybelline Lasting Fix Makeup Setting Spray up to 16 hour wear matte finish. I have not found that this has given me a matte finish. It may not add glow, but I haven't noticed it giving me a matte finish. I love this Maybelline Master Precise Skinny. It is so nice to tight line with. It's, I mean, you can see how little it is. You can really get up there and not disturb your eyeball. I am using Maybelline Define, is it Define Lash or Define a Lash? Define a Lash right here. I actually got this to try on my lower lash line. I got this a while back. The brush was not as small as my other one that I like. I'm telling you, I like this on my top lashes. I like the size of the wand. It's very flexible. I would say flimsy, but that sounds negative, and I really don't mean for it to be negative. I feel like this brush, let me see if I can get, I'm getting used to this camera, if I can get it to zoom. I feel like the brush grabs my lashes, so I like that. Colossal Big Shot, this is a primer, and on days where I'm really not wanting to do a whole bunch with my eyes, I like to put this on my lower lash line, and it just makes you be able to see my eyelashes because they're so blonde you can't, something on there, you can't see them if I don't. But I have loved the Maybelline Rocket Mascara for years until I came upon the Essence eyelash primer. This is what I used for my eyelash primer because this held my lashes exactly the way I wanted them. But this really is a good mascara. It can be a little tedious to get it off if you get the waterproof. You do not need the waterproof in this to get your lashes to stay where you want them. My laundry's done. Could one of y'all go get that for me? Because I'm kind of busy. And then when I get done here, I get to do dinner. Okay, this is the combination that I did so much this week and I really enjoyed it. It lasted and wore all day. It was beautiful. I use Lover out of the Maybelline Matte Ink Super Stay, blah, 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 whatever. And then I took 920 out of their nude collection, the one with this color cap. I took this and I put over top. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And this is not dirt. I'll show y'all here in a minute what this is. Okay, I wasn't centered the whole thing, was I? I don't know why the color's so weird. As my roots start showing, it looks like I have floating hair because my roots are white and my hair is so dark. So I take my L'Oreal, this is the Magic Root Cover Up, and this isn't straight, so I like to I like to use it. All right. To do a little covering. And then I always take a Q-tip and just kind of rough it up around the edges so it doesn't look quite so harsh. That's why that's black. Okay, so my lips are dry. Now I'm going to go in with, like I said, any shade, shade variation. This is 920. Okay, so that is my Face of Maybelline. The new foundation, I really do enjoy. I've used it all week. It's been hot, it's been humid, I've been rained on. It's worn nicely. It's taking me 2 makeup wipe removers to get it off at night. It holds my blush and my bronzer on nicely. I've just really enjoyed it. If you do not like full coverage foundation, then I think you still might enjoy it, but I would try it with a beauty sponge. I like the brush application. It gets me a little more full coverage, but if that's not your thing, but you'd still like to try it, then I would try it with a beauty sponge. But I would say Maybelline is probably in my top 3 drugstore and my top 5 as far as a brand across the board. So I really did enjoy it. I'm glad I got to try a new foundation. I'm glad that I was surprised by that cream concealer, that it works so nicely and it was flattering. I just loved it all across the board. So I hope that you enjoyed. Have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next video. Bye.